Well, I'm down to my cousin's here, been plowing. I'm actually surprised how good it's going. We got just a little less than a half-inch of rain yesterday. It's just over 24 hours ago. I'm surprised you can see the difference in color. You'll see better when I get going around here. I'm surprised it dried up that much since yesterday. But I've got that side all plowed out. All I got left is this strip here. And my temperature gauge has been holding. By the time I got down here, it's like a 4-mile trip. It was only up to 140 degrees. It was just up to about 190 when I stopped here to get a drink and get my phone set up here to record. And it's down to 180. So it's been holding about 180. So I don't know. I just think the other day it was a lot warmer than it was today. I mean, I was dripping sweat every time I was turning around. It's a lot cooler today. And I think it was a little bit low on coolant. I mean, I blew out, I don't know how much, but I put about 3 quarts of coolant in it this morning after I got this temperature gauge hooked up. So it was down a little bit, so I don't know how much that affected it. But I just feel a lot better now knowing that. I think eventually what I'm eventually going to do here is maybe I can make a bracket to put these gauges up here. Get the copper tube kit for that oil pressure. Run that around and up here. And if I move that temperature gauge or sending unit from going around this side of the block to following the wiring harness down to the alternator and then coming up in, that will give me enough slack to run them, like say, make a bracket up here to mount these gauges. Then I can zip tie them tubes up along this side right here, and we should be good to go. Should work pretty good. I mean, for the oil gauge it would be easier if I get one like I took off. It's got the fitting in the center that matches up to a pipe fitting, but again, I can't see it. If I lose oil pressure, I wouldn't know it. So it's better to get these gauges moved up here. But it is a little bit greasy here on the end shed. A couple places here I've been digging to get started, but you get out there in the open, it widens out. Helped it to plow better yet. I'm surprised. You can see the difference how it's rolling over here compared to there. Like I say, it might be a little more gummier in this spot, but the grass seems to be rolling over better. Less grass showing, and it's crumbling apart. See what I plowed over there. Pushing this, I could probably plow this 4th gear down with the torque up, but I'm in 4th gear with the torque back. It's like I said, it's just not working as bad. I mean, it's old sod. Plus, when I do hit a soft area, that more momentum I got, I spin out a lot faster here because it's giving it a chance to dig. I'm actually pulling through them areas a little bit better. So for what I got left here, and I won't be able to go plow anything else today because I got to change points on the plow, I'm just going to take my time, get it worked out, not bust things up. I'm leaving a big headlands on each end. I don't know how wet it gets back in there. You can brush hog it in the summertime sometimes, but I ain't worried about it. I want to stay up on better ground. Right here's where I have problems pulling off this end. What's going to happen? I got 2 more pieces up home I want to plow. I don't know what I'm going to do with them just yet. I think the one field, I got to go look at them again. I think that one field I might just take the hay off of first. It might, like I said, it might be another week and a half, 2 weeks before I get around to getting it plowed and planted, depending on what the weather does. I might not worry about it too much, like I said, but even if I get it planted here later, I'd like to chop some corn. So even if I plant that later, I can use that to chop. Keep this up earlier stuff that's going to have a better chance of making it. I think it would all make it even. I ain't worried about planting this too much before June 10th, June 15th. Today's Memorial Day. Much more thrilling than this for the next hour or so. So I'm going to chug along at this and get this done, get up home and change my points. Get this ready for the next time I need it. So we'll catch up. If anything else changes, then I'll be back. I just got done plowing. I just made a quick trip back home here. And I thought I'd come out and see if anything sprouted. Didn't really expect to see it out of the ground yet, which I can't see none just yet. But it is sprouted. This here is the open pollinated. This is what I planted on Tuesday the 22nd. Today's Sunday the 27th, 5 days. I don't know if the color's good on it or not. It's pretty yellow, but like I say, we had about an inch of rain between Tuesday night and Wednesday night on this. Then I had another ½ inch of rain yesterday, close to a ½ inch. So this has seen about 1.5 inches of rain here in 5 days, so that might be hurting it a little bit. But at least it's sprouted. Probably by Tuesday, might be able to pick out rows through here. If it ain't all washed and wiped out, right now we're under severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock tonight. I think it's the severest part's going to be tracking south of us, I think. And he's a pretty big band right now on the radar, clear from south of Virginia, clear up into Wisconsin. And the warning seems to indicate, we're in the warning, but seems to be indicating more south of us. But I do know they were saying 70-mile-an-hour winds possible, 1.5 inches hail, 1 or 2 tornadoes possible and stuff. So that's just where the severest part goes. But we're going to get more rain tonight. Sometime right now, the hourly shows between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Biggest chance is 10 o'clock. So we're going to have 5-6 hours of rain coming through here. So as I say, a little more rain than I want to see on this, but at least I know the corn sprouted. So hopefully by Tuesday, Wednesday, it dries out again. It'll be out of the ground. It's somewhat of a start. So I'm going to go back and change points on my plow. Yeah, I'm working at these plow points. I guess they were just a little bit wore out. Probably should have changed them yesterday, but I didn't take time. When I finished plowing the other day, I noticed that front one was broke. But I said, hell with it today, I'm just going to send it and change them afterward. I was hoping to keep one of these for a spare. Well, I am keeping one for a spare, that one. Because that one I must have broke last year sometime, put it on. But I'd rather put all 4 brand new ones on and keep that one for a spare in case I break one. But, yeah, like I said, I got that first point off no problem. But I end up torching that one off, and that's why I said the hell, I just torched the rest of them off. So I got all them off. Now all I gotta do is just bolt these back on. And this is one nice thing about these plows that makes it a little easier to work on. If you can pull this piece back right here, and then you can trip them up, and you got this hole right here. If you pull them up high enough, you can stick a 3/8 bolt through there, and then it'll hook on this piece up here. Holds them up in the air. It's a lot easier to reach these bolts instead of having to lay on your back and reach from the bottom. Gets them a little bit better access. But then I find more problems. I'm pretty sure before next time I plow, I'm going to be able to get that coulter fixed. Because if we get this rain tonight, that's what's going to be the next project that I work on. But I just found I got to go get 4 of these bolts. Bottom's loose. And I doubt like hell. And it's going to be so much fun too. Son of a bitch, I'm going to have to take all this apart to get that bolt in. Yeah. Looks like I hit something because it's divoted in right here. Well, maybe I'll soak them up with blasters, put a little heat to them, maybe I can tighten them up then. If not, I'll torch them off and get new bolts. That's a problem. Them are probably at least 7-inch bolts. And I know nobody right around here is going to have them. Used to be a Fastenal down in Meadville, but they closed. So now I guess the nearest one's Oil City, which I don't think is all that far to get to. But there is another bolt place in Meadville, specializes in fasteners. I just don't like, well, whether the guy's still there or not. It's probably been 10, 12 years since I got bolts down there. Last time I got bolts down there, the guy was an asshole. And I swore I'd never go back there, but I might have to. So I'm gonna get these last two bottoms on and I can unhook the plows and maybe I'll quit for the night. It's a holiday, I shouldn't even be doing this. Sure get the right bolts. Two different sizes. And I'm almost certain this front one's not going to go in. My frog is bent. I don't think it's going to reach it. That's what I was afraid of. The tip of that frog is, from hitting rocks, bent back. And that bolt is just too short. I'm gonna go somewhere and find one. Like, I think they got longer ones. At least I know the smaller ones, they have longer ones. That's why I ended up torching them, because they were so damn long, too many threads, and then they start spinning in the point. Pain in the ass. So all I gotta do is tighten them bolts up. I say see if I can find a longer one from there. What I should do, by rights, I should replace this frame piece. This piece here that the moldboard, the point, the landslide, and the shin bolt onto is what they call the frog. I have a new one. And I'm probably ain't gonna show here. You can see this is tweaked way back. That hole's almost wore off. But again, for what I got left to plow, and the problem I'm gonna have taking all them bolts off, about everything's gonna have to be torched off probably again. I ain't pissing with it this year. I got by the last couple years, so I'll get by at least this year, and probably next year I probably won't do it again, but probably what I'll do is I'll wait until I need to replace the shin. Since I already got to take two pieces off, taking two more ain't gonna be that much more. Should have done it 2 years ago. I think it's been bent that long, because that's why I put everything but moldboards is all replaced new on here. So I'm surprised how thin they are. I had rebuilt this whole thing at one time, all new moldboards, points, everything, new frogs. The reason I did the frogs is that they were bad, but I bought one or two from the New Holland dealer that was near me, just as they were going out of business because of this asshole son. But when they got down to having things 30-40% off, I bought enough for this, and they had that one more that I could have for a spare, so I bought all 5 that they had there. I don't know, remember what I paid for them, but they were, like I say, 30–40% off when I bought them. They were selling stuff off before they had the auction, so I bought them when I had the chance. But I guess you don't need to watch me tighten up bolts, because I'm going to get that done, and I'm going to get this tractor under cover and start closing things up in case that storm moves in. So I'm going to end this one here. Thanks for watching.